Oh, doctor.
Oh, we're starting.
Yeah, we started.
I thought you were gonna like say something, like a start or something.
Nah.
No, not feeling it.
Nah.
Okay.
How's it going, buddy?
It's all right. I'm okay.
Yeah. Sound happy about it. Why don't
Let
you?
me ask you a question, Chris.
Yeah, what's up?
We are now living in a post Xbox One X world.
Sure, I guess.
Do you feel any different?
No.
No?
No.
I'm sorry.
Do you?
Yes.
How so?
I feel shame that I have not been able to buy one.
Well, you don't have a 4K TV.
I don't. But what if I did, Chris?
Well, you should probably do that first.
Well, you should give me one. Halloween's coming up.
Halloween's past.
Christmas is coming up.
No, you're not getting a 4K TV for Christmas. Not before me.
Why?
What? Why?
Yeah.
Fuck you. That's why.
Whoa!
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Saki, are you listening to this?
Saki heard.
Saki knows what's up.
Saki bliss.
Saki bliss. No, but yeah, I'm you know what? I'm happy for Microsoft because it's apparently been doing very well, and just like the Switch was a runaway hit, looks like analysts are raising their predictions for Xbox One X sales this year. So
That's good. I like
they
that.
needed it. Microsoft needed a solid win because they have been getting just their butts handed to them for the last 4 years in sales, in press coverage, in game releases, and everything. So, and if everyone wins when all three companies actually have to try and compete. The second they become complacent is when they shit the bed every time, without fail.
Agreed.
The hubris on these companies. Just saying.
No, I know.
So, Chris, are you planning on getting an Xbox One X?
No, not for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, me either. And it's the same reason I don't have a PS4 Pro. I would like both of them, but for $400 and $500 respectively, I don't have a 4K TV, but even if I did, we both know we're only 2 years out from an actual new console instead of these mid-tier upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
By 2019, 2020, we'll be playing the PS5 and the Xbox 2 or whatever they're going to call them. They'll be out, and then everyone that spent all their money this time to have slight resolution upgrades are going to feel mighty silly.
Yeah, but they'll never learn otherwise.
Now, and it's bad when I'm the one being reasonable about his expenses.
It's true. It's like you've been possessed by a different person.
I'm sorry, who said that? Didn't sound very much like a sock.
He's learning.
There we go.
Weird.
Yeah? Think it's weird, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I wanted to start off with just a brief look. I'm trying to find the article. A list went up today.
Love lists.
Someone at Polygon ranked all of the Mario games.
Fucking Polygon, man.
The core Mario games. Let's be fair here, okay?
All right.
Ugh.
Yeah, there it is, right on the front page. All right, let's have a look at this.
So I'm going to pull it up, all right?
Yeah.
According to Polygon, there have been 18 core games. So no spin-offs. Yoshi's Island does not count. Mario RPG does not count. Any Mario
Never makes them happy.
Mario sports game, what have you. So, coming up at the dead last, Chris, what do you think is the worst true Mario game?
Well, I haven't played enough Mario games to actually have like a firm opinion of that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Super Mario 2. No one likes that.
You'd be wrong. The dead last one is the Lost Levels. The actual, technically you're right, because that is the true Mario 2 that America never got.
Mm-hmm.
So technically you're right. You went on a technicality, Chris.
Okay.
Number 17, is the new Super Mario Bros. DS, the game that revitalized 2D Mario.
Yeah, that had the big gimmick of the super mushroom that you could crash everything with.
That is correct. Coming up next, we have Super Mario Sunshine, which I agree with. That game was poo garbage.
I feel like people are revisiting it now with a different lens and are kind of appreciating it.
I feel like it's the same scenario Majora's Mask had, where suddenly people are trying to claim it's a good game.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here like, nah, dog. Sorry.
I've got a copy on my shelf that I haven't touched.
Sunshine or Majora?
Yeah. Sunshine. I don't have Majora.
Next up at 15, we have Mario Land for Game Boy. Super Mario Land.
Yeah, I have a copy of this, but I don't ever remember playing it as a kid, so
It's
I don't
not
know.
a very good one. I never really enjoyed it.
That's fair.
Next, we have Super Mario Bros. 2 for 3DS, the one that uses all the gold coins for everything.
Yeah, this was. I kind of like the gimmick of all gold everything, but I didn't get this for the 3DS.
Yeah. After that, we have the other Super Mario Bros. 2, the one that's not actually a Mario game.
Okay.
As all nerds will tell you, was they raise their glasses like this. Actually, that was just a
Doki
panic.
Oh.
Yeah. Ugh, the worst. Yeah. At number 12, Chris, Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, which I know for a fact you did play.
I love this game. This is my favorite Mario.
Really?
Well, admittedly, I have a very narrow window of Mario. This is definitely the one I played the most, and the one that I like the most. I like the gimmick of all the different little castles. I think Wario's castle at the end is very difficult, almost unfairly so. I think. 'Cause I think the game is relatively kind of chill. I think Wario's castle is way too intense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but I liked it. I like the bunny ears.
Bunny ears are fun.
Yeah.
You know what? Side question: what do you think is the best? Oh, hey, what's up, Dan? If you remember, Wiz Island was a huge player during our 24-hour Extra Life charity stream this past.
Hey, so he was.
Dan, as he is known, played a ton of party games with us over the course of the event. And honestly, part of it, I mean, we couldn't have done it without you because it was the audience participation that helped fill out the game roster so often.
It really kept us going.
Saki bless you, Wiz. You demand. Also, his Twitter avatar is Saki, and it's amazing.
Double bliss.
It's fantastic.
All right. I believe you're going to ask what my favorite Mario power-up was.
What? No, okay. I was going to get a little bit more specific.
Sure.
Your favorite flying power-up in Mario.
Ooh.
Because, as you mentioned, Super Mario Land 2 has the bunny ears. And I'm counting floating as the flying. You have the Super Mario World cape. You have the Super Mario Bros. 3 raccoon tail.
Yeah.
You have the Tanuki tail. You have the raccoon, not the raccoon. What is the one that the new Super Mario Bros. The flying squirrel one?
Yes.
So yeah, there's lots of options. Oh, the flying hat from Mario 64.
I'm leaning towards the cape from World. I think that was the most fun.
I feel like it is the more iconic of the flying one.
It is.
So moving on. That was just a side note. Here's an odd one. Do you know what didn't even make the top 10?
I mean, I have the list in front of me, but I'm gonna let you say it.
Oh, Chris, you spoiled it. I wanted your reactions.
Nah, go for it.
Super Mario 64 at number 11.
This is pretty shocking to me as a non-Mario fan, because every time we hear anything about Mario, it's always, oh, well, it's Mario, and then Mario 3, Mario World, and Mario 64 are great.
Yeah,
untouchable.
Mario 64 legit. You know how we always talk about how Halo would have never survived without Xbox would have died on the vine without Halo?
That's correct.
The 64 would have been dead in the water without Mario 64, and it created the 3D genre. It's ridiculous. So it's crazy that it's at number 11, but that is the world we live
kind
in.
of nuts.
Number 10, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, introducing the 4-player co-op where you were so bad at Mario, you could not play.
I couldn't, but it was nice to have.
Nope, that's later on. You weren't allowed. You couldn't even play.
No, it was nice to have co-op.
Yeah,
it's an interesting addition.
Number 9, we have the 3DS Super Mario 3D Land. Number 8, the OG Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 is Super Mario Galaxy 1.
Okay.
Number 6 is Super Mario World, the Super Nintendo one, which is crazy to me that it's not even top 5. Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U at number 5.
I liked this one because I liked the cat suit a lot. I thought the cat suit was very cute.
The cat suit was a great power-up. There's no denying that. Number 4 is Super Mario Galaxy 2. So this list does have its merit because it put 2 over 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 was Super Mario Odyssey.
I'm currently playing that, and I really love that game a lot.
It's really darn good.
Saki loves it.
Number
it's
2.
It's like in my top 3 so far of the year.
Nice. Yeah, number 2 is Super Mario Bros. 3, which is the best Mario game as at the moment for me. It's been top dog since '88, baby.
Sure.
And then number 1 is the game that was a follow-up to the Wii one, New Super Mario Bros. U. And if Chris will remember, it was a game where he was so bad, but thanks to the Wii U, he was still allowed to play with us.
Yep, I remember using the Wii U pad to cause mischief.
Yes, you were supposed to use it to help us, but instead, you used it to troll the shit out of us.
I did, and I regret nothing.
I know you don't. For those that don't remember, the person playing on the Wii U pad got to place blocks on the touchpad, and they appeared in the game, in theory, to save people from falling off of pits, or to create platforms to reach secrets, or if you're Chris, position them right in front of you as you've already made your jump, and then you knock into the brick and fall to your death. Or he'll place it where it's supposed to be, and then after you make the jump, he'll disappear it.
That's what I do.
You are the worst. Hey, Chris.
Maybe.
Chris.
Yes.
Chris. How do you feel about loot boxes?
I don't actually play it. I don't play a ton of games with loot boxes. The closest, I guess, would be Dokkan Battle, which is like a pack box. And I'm kind of torn because on the one hand, there's nothing better than getting a good loot box or a good pack. Like the endorphin rush you get when you get the card or the blank, it's undescribable. On the other hand, it's insidious as fuck.
Yep. Now, and I'm okay with it.
Kind of misuse.
I'm okay with them in the context of if all they do is unlock cosmetic stuff like Overwatch, skins, and like voice commands. It's nothing that actually impacts gameplay. It's the games where, in order to progress in the game or do well, loot boxes are there. And that was the big controversy with the upcoming Star Wars Battlefront 2, is that the loot boxes would actually impact progression in the multiplayer instead of it just being cosmetic stuff.
I don't like that.
They have since course corrected. Thank you, Internet Hate Mob. But the reason I bring it up, Chris, is World War II Call of Duty also has loot boxes. And the Internet collectively mocked them when it was discovered that Activision patented a method of matchmaking in its online that pairs players that haven't bought microtransactions with players that have already unlocked lots of stuff, so that they'll be playing with people that look way cooler than them and will then be more enticed to spend money gambling on getting that stuff.
Nice.
And they took it a step further where you can actually see other players they airdrop in their loot boxes, and you can see the players open it up and see what they get, and it creates that feeling like, oh my god, I want to be part of that too.
Yeah.
So my question to you, Chris, is do you think that impacted Call of Duty's sales at all?
Well, I guess to answer that question, I have to know first, what are Call of Duty sales at the moment?
Well, I'm asking your question. Do you think this controversy of loot boxes made Call of Duty better or worse than previous years of Call of Duty?
I think it had no effect.
You're correct, sir. Call of Duty once again takes the crown of best-selling game, and it is on opening day they sold $500 million worth of Call of Duty.
Oh well, I guess they're here to stay.
People always shit on Call of Duty, and they always say it's like it's lost its luster, and yet every year they somehow outsell the previous year.
They have Scrooge McDuck sacks of cash. All right, if you don't want them to use loot boxes or anything, then don't buy the game.
You know what's ridiculous, Chris? Is just how stupid rich Activision is.
Yeah.
Like just looking at their portfolio, like EA has a lot of money too because of Madden and FIFA and whatever. But when you look at what Activision owns, and it's they have the Call of Duty franchise.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at?
I was looking at that Mario list.
Okay. They have Call of Duty, right? They have Destiny. And they own Blizzard, which means that all of the World of Warcraft, the Hearthstone, the Overwatch, they get all of that.
It's just
then you jump in with they also make that Skylanders money, which even though that ended for like 6 years, that was just raking in the dough. Mm-hmm. And it's great. Like everyone likes to hate on Activision because they do what's good for them, not the consumer. But my God, they know how to bank on a franchise and make it popular.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of, Chris, what have you been playing besides Mario?
Mario and Wolfenstein, and that's really about it. Steam has kind of taken a back seat.
I haven't been able to play Wolfenstein since I came back from our charity event.
Yeah, I don't know. As I started doing the Uber Commando
assassinations.
Yes, I wasn't aware that you had to do the Enigma mini game.
Yeah,
the first time. Yeah, so I lost a couple of cards.
I told you to save right before you started that because you could lose them.
Well, I didn't remember. As you recall, there was a black hole this weekend, kind of wiped all memory out. But I've done them. I think they're kind of a fun little side diversion.
Exactly.
The only problem is, there's a scene that's playing out in the war room.
Yeah,
that repeats
every time you pop back in, your girl goes like, "But we're so close to Nerlens."
No, that's not the one I have.
Oh,
it's Bombade.
You started it after you did the New Orleans thing.
Yeah, it's Bombade and Max Haas yelling at each other.
Oh,
and it's really sad because Bombade's like, fuck you for hiding behind your disability when you're sad. Yeah. I can't be. I'm leaving. And like every time I have to hear him yelling at this poor disabled man who just wants to color.
Max Haas,
it hurts my heart. Did you get to the puzzle, the party sequence?
I just finished the sequence where you are auditioning for a role in Hollywood.
That's a great level.
Holy crap.
That's so fun. I like
just escaped that.
Spoiler alert for Wolfenstein. That's where Hitler is, and that's your only chance to kill Hitler.
And you get an achievement for doing so.
Yeah, I found out afterwards. I was like, I guess we have to hunt him down later. No, missed that opportunity.
Oh, yeah. You immediately die, and you have to restart. But it's hilarious. And totally.
Yeah, I think it's a great sequence. I love it.
So,
I'm warming up to Wolfenstein more. I think now that I've gotten more into the game, I'm a little fonder of it than I was previously.
I will agree. It doesn't start off as special, I think.
Yeah, and I think the 50 health, 200 armor. I don't really love that division.
I did not like that either. But I do enjoy that my new suit allows me to regenerate armor.
Yes, and I just got the constrictor thing. So
nice.
Yeah. No, I'm very fond of Wolfenstein. It's getting my sweet spot right now.
Wolfenstein.
And Mario Odyssey. I love Mario Odyssey. I think it's so incredibly well done.
Bruh.
Listen, the two best things that Mario Odyssey has done is remove the life system and the timer.
Yes. Yes.
The ability to just go. Perfect.
Yep. I also beat Picross, so you're welcome.
I'm not thanking you, but good for you.
Look, you know what, Chris? First of all, Saki hates Picross because it involves thinking.
What's that? Wow.
Socks don't have brains.
Clearly.
You're a elitist, mofo.
Anyway, Saki can't be seen, so Saki can't be heard.
Saki always here.
Anyway, I love it, and that's all that matters. You sons of bitches.
Yeah, I can't wait to can't wait to beat it.
That's hurtful.
What? Yeah, no, I agree.
No one cares about Picross.
Saki, bless your comments.
Oh my god. Anyway, hey Chris.
Yeah.
You know what came out last week?
Oh man, who could say?
Thor Ragnarok.
It sure did. I haven't seen it.
Seriously?
Chris!
No.
Why?
I haven't had the money to go to the movies.
I mean, that's a legitimate reason. That's so good.
I'm hoping to go this weekend.
Are you going to go see Justice League?
Well, yes.
Because that is next weekend as well.
Yes, I know.
Okay, well, damn it. I guess we'll hold off for Thor talk until you've seen it. But, Chris, remember how much we have been down and disliked the first two Thor films?
Yes.
Somehow, this is one of the best Marvel movies they've ever put out.
That's the reaction that
And I hated the first two Thor movies.
Yeah, you're really down on them. And I think the first Thor movie is totally fine. And the second one's just more boring than anything else.
Yeah. Precisely.
But it looks like it's the kind of movie that hits my sweet spot. So I'm very excited to tackle it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh. The gods must be Saki.
Saki. So you want to talk about some comic stuff?
You know what? Maybe. Or maybe I just want Saki to need to talk so Saki can be on screen longer. That's what the fans are really here for.
Oh, sure. Can we talk about Brian Michael Bendis signing an exclusive contract with DC Comics?
Holy!
After 17 years, he is going on.
Has it been 17 years?
Roughly, yeah.
That's ridiculous. And you know what? It's crazy how many books he elevated.
I have a list. I have a list for you of books Michael Brian Bendis has worked on for more than a year.
Okay, go.
So we have Ultimate Spider-Man,
of course,
which was for a majority of its time the best Spider-Man book. Then he went into Miles Morales. After that,
yep,
he did Daredevil after Brubacker's great run.
Yes.
He had Alias, which rejuvenated Jessica Jones.
Yep.
He did the X-Men. All the X-Men. He did the Avengers for like a decade.
His Avengers and his new Avengers that rejuvenated the entire line.
Yeah.
And then led to everything from Civil War to current day Avengers. Like that's
Yeah.
all him.
He did House of M.
Yep.
He did Siege.
Well,
Well, no, they're not all winners. He did AVX. He did Guardians of the Galaxy. Age of Ultron.
yep.
Iron Man. I mean, there's nothing that he hasn't like improved in some way.
Right. And he didn't he have something to do with Runaways at some point?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm not seeing it.
No, I'm wrong.
Joss Whedon had stuff to do with Runaways.
Yeah, that was it. But no, like Bendis, he did Moon Knight forever. Like he just rejuvenated so many books. He was like he was the Jeff Johns of Marvel in that era.
Yeah, he was there. He was their premier writer.
And I'm very curious to see what he's going to do with DC. Do you think he's going to do as well?
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's my big worry, is that I think comics writing and comics creativity is finite, because we've seen it in a lot of creators who have done truly great transcendent work, and they don't have it for the follow-up.
That's true.
Like James Robinson poured everything into Starman, and then everything else that's come out has not been as good.
Justice Society was amazing.
He didn't do Justice Society for very long, though.
That is true. Starman was bread and butter.
Or like, for example, Chris Claremont wrote the X-Men for a decade, and when he was finished, he was finished. There was nothing left.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he has anything left. I think him and a new Sandbox could possibly rejuvenate him, but it depends on what they're going to have him write.
I think my favorite thing that came out of that was, you know how Brian Michael Bendis tweeted about his change?
Yes.
He goes,
No.
He went, okay, so tell me, which one of these guys is Clark?
That's pretty funny.
So, I don't know. It's a huge coup for DC. It's not like they traded anyone for it. It's not like Marvel's getting Gail Simone or anybody, you know? It's just a big coup for DC. Now it's just a matter of seeing whether or not it matters.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you have him, he's going to have to go on like Justice League or something, right?
Man, I would hope so, because Justice League in the Rebirth era has been garbage. I've been so disappointed in it.
I'm just saying that, you know, he's a big name. You should really put him on a big thing.
Right. Don't put him on some niche book.
I mean, the obvious comparison is Jack Kirby, and he came and he started working on like the niches book of Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. So, like, I don't know that that's the right fit. I think he needs to be on like something kind of glamoury, like Justice League.
No, you know what? Someone suggested that I think just makes perfect sense because it's been dormant for so long and would be right in his wheelhouse of quippy, relatable characters.
Yeah,
Legion.
Yeah, he could help revitalize the Legion.
They're bringing Legion back after Doomsday. After Doomsday Clock. We know this. It's a thing that is known. And who better to start that book with? Because he knows how to juggle a huge cast of characters and yet make everyone have moments and feel unique.
It's the closest to an X-Men book that exists.
Exactly.
So
I think that would be the front runner choice for me. Would be Legions of Superheroes.
I think so. That's a good. I didn't even consider Legion. I think that's a good pick.
So yeah.
So last question: what's your favorite Bendis Marvel work?
Ooh. I'm pulling it up the list.
Yeah, and the stuff I talked about was not even everything.
All right. The smart money for me is New Avengers, because that series was absolutely phenomenal and it got me into the Avengers in a way that no other series ever did. Mm-hmm. Like in a comics world, before the movies made them cool. Yeah. They were actually pretty bad in the comics.
Yeah, I didn't really love New Avengers or any of his Avengers stuff, frankly. So my answer is going to be the all-new X-Men.
Oh yeah, that is a great series.
That is a legitimately great series, and he took characters who had been out of that version has been out of circulation for like 50 years and kind of made them fresh. So,
Yeah.
you know, uh, I think it's my favorite thing he's done.
It would be a toss-up between those two for me.
With that, and I also really liked his Guardians of the Galaxy run.
I wasn't too thrilled about that, but I can't fault you for it.
I thought it was, and you know the thing has been said on Twitter that he's been kind of phoning it in for the last couple of years, and it's it's maybe, but I feel like Guardians was kind of like a fun thing that he could experiment with.
Yeah. Word. Now, let me ask you a question, Chris. Did you read your comics today?
I did. I read most of my comics. What I could get, I read. No, I didn't get that one. It's on my wish list. I'll have to get it later.
Damn it. Chris, you got to start getting these middle books because I need to discuss them with someone, and I need to wrap my head around what the hell just happened.
Well, how about I tell you what I did read, and we'll work. I did read Detective Comics number 968.
Oh man, finishing up that storyline was great.
Yes, I think this whatever they're planning for this Detective Comics after in the next couple of weeks is really kind of interesting, and I really hope that it doesn't go like they did that thing a while ago where they would say like, oh, this is your future, and then everything got changed.
Yeah.
So if they say this is your future and then things start to push it to that future, I'm going to be really excited because the stuff older Tim is talking about is really fascinating.
I just love that they found a way to revive that timeline of the Teen Titans storyline because that was one of the best things.
That was great. That era of Teen Titans is one of my favorites.
Chris, are you excited for this? It's not next week, but it's the week after.
Yeah, I'd say my excitement's like about an 8. I'm more curious than excited though.
So I finished reading The Oz Effect, which was, you know, there's only been 2 books dealing with the fallout of this Mr. Oz, and it was Detective who had kidnapped Tim Drake, and then it was an action and when Mr. Oz had kidnapped Jor-El.
Right.
Plucked him out of history right before the destruction of Krypton and saved him.
That's correct.
And in this that storyline ended leading directly into Doomsday Clock. So I don't know. I'm very excited. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah. I think my excitement's at a good level.
So wait, Chris, is that all you read?
No, I was going through.
Okay.
I read The Flash number 34.
Okay.
Bringing back some characters from the Godspeed era. So whatever. Miss Marvel number 24.
Finishing up that storyline.
Yeah, I thought that was. I think overall it's a really sweet story, but I feel like Miss Marvel's on the verge of a big change.
Yes, I agree. I like
which I have to say I'm very excited for because while I love Miss Marvel and it's one of my favorite books, I think a shakeup is not a bad thing.
You know what's really sad, and this is just a tangent. I'm not even sure if you get it because you buy your books digitally now.
That was it.
These full-page ads for Inhumans.
Nope, I certainly don't get those.
Yeah. Boy, what a shit show that turned out to be. Literally a shitty
It's real
show.
sad. It's real sad. My friend Kevin is like the biggest Inhumans fan, and it hurts him so much.
Yeah, it really burns him down deep.
Yeah.
Because they downgraded it from a Marvel movie to a TV show. Then they slashed the budget and put the shittiest director on it, the guy that did Iron Fist for Netflix.
Yeah.
And then it went from a full season to a mini series to down to like a 6-episode like thing, and it's just been garbage from start to finish.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's not great.
Let's see.
I finally have Squirrel Girl number 26, the Comics Jam issue.
Yes, where everyone has a zine. I think before you start, I think my favorite was the Loki one.
Yeah, the Loki one was fun because you could read it one way and then you had to read it in reverse.
Yeah, it completely changes the meaning of the words if you read it from front to back or back to front. That, and I think the funniest one was the Craven one. The
Craven one is the Craven one's a lot of fun.
And then Spider-Man's rebuttal.
Yeah.
I did not like the Wolverine one.
No, the Wolverine one was nice, but I didn't really. It's not my favorite.
Did you like the Garfield Galactus mashup?
Oh my God, yes! I can't believe they got Jim Davis to actually do actual art for something.
Was it actually Jim Davis?
Yes.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Garfield is pretty shitty.
Yeah,
but I think Jim Davis is kind of a genius.
Oh, the fact that he can just lampoon his own style like that is amazing.
Well, here's the big question: did he do it, or did he have the artists at Paws Inc. do it?
Well, he's listed as the guy, so I guess legally it has to be him. I don't know.
Who knows, man?
Who even knows? What else?
No, that's it. That's all I was able to get this week.
You didn't get Daredevil?
Nope, not yet.
Start of the Mayor Fisk storyline.
It really throws me off that it's going to legacy numbering.
Yeah, but you know, DC did it, so what are you gonna do? And then also Birthright. Birthright fucking killed it this time.
Yep, Birthright's on my wish list. So.
And Crosswind.
I had Crosswind from last week.
Yeah, I didn't get it last week, so I got it this week.
Yeah.
I love this series. The mom storyline is way better. The hitman stuck in the mom's body.
Into the mom, or the mom turned into the guy?
Mobster turned into the mom is way better.
Yes, that story is way more interesting.
I can't even it makes me get upset when I have to read the storyline of the housewife in the mobster's body. I'm like, you're boring. Go back to the guy who's totally kicking everyone's ass. I love it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't a huge week in comics, but what there was really solid.
Yeah. I mean, the whole week of comics has been taken up by very interesting kind of things. You know, DC maybe buying a bit of Fox. I mean, Disney buying a bit of Fox. Maybe.
No, talks already fell through.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah.
That was kind of a fun day of everyone like, that's going to be really cool. I don't know how I feel about a big conglomerate owning everything.
Yeah. All I want is for them to get X-Men and Fantastic Four rights back. Fuck everything else.
Yeah. We have The Rock's debut as Black Adam to be in Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, Saki, calm down.
Suicide Squad wasn't good. Suicide Squad 2, I'm like,
You loved Suicide Squad, Saki. Saki has a shit-eating grin on right now. Stop trying to be a cool kid on the internet. Just admit that you like Suicide Squad.
Saki is a cool kid on the internet. Check my tweet.
Saki is a cool sock on the internet.
Whoa! Saki, don't bless.
That's fine. We have the kid who's going to be Billy Batson.
Yeah.
And true to form, I don't know who it is.
Well, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yes. Which is good. I don't care. Did you see that Wentworth Miller's leaving the Arrowverse?
What?
He is.
Why?
Because he wants to leave?
No.
No, I know.
Once you're contracted, you should never be able to leave on pain of death.
God, I think that's so illegal.
No, it's fine. It's in the contract.
That can't possibly. No lawyer would sign off on that.
Well, he didn't have a lawyer read it. He was just like, "Oh, I get to be Captain Cold. Sign on that dotted line." And then
you know what the real thing is?
What?
He probably doesn't give a shit about Captain Cold.
He doesn't. But he's so good as him.
You know what? He was great.
He fucking hams it up every moment.
He's so delightful, particularly in Legends. That I'm sad to see him go, but you can't keep someone if they don't want to stay.
Oh, I mean, you can.
You can't.
You can. Don't tell me I can't.
You absolutely can't.
Watch me.
Really?
Watch me whip. And
No.
watch me nay-nay, Chris.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Whoa. First of all, if I don't see a sock,
Thank you.
I don't hear a sock. If Saki wants to have an opinion, get Saki up on the screen.
Acknowledge me. Saki
Oh,
bourbon.
Saki can drink bourbon on screen. No one's stopping Saki from drinking bourbon. Anyway, Chris.
Actually, stop. You don't drink bourbon on screen.
Why not?
It'll get into your wool.
It's fine.
That's true.
So, Chris, the year is almost over. Are there any other games coming out this year that you are excited for?
Let me have a look at the old listy-do. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think so. I think the last game I have to purchase is the remake of LA Noire. And
Really?
I think
I wasn't sure if that was going to be on your list.
well, yeah.
Because I feel like that game specifically will be one of the few games to be discounted quicker than others. Does that make sense? What system are you planning to get it on?
Xbox One.
Is it because you played it first on PlayStation?
No, I think I played the original on Xbox One too. I know. I just grabbed it on Xbox One.
So your own rules don't even make sense.
Well, they're my rules. I don't have to. No, I'm looking at the end of the list. I don't have anything else for the end of the year. Nothing that I really care about. I'm not getting Battlefront. I was burned on Battlefront last time, and it's not happening.
Chris, are you going to get what?
I'm not buying the Elder Scrolls again.
No, I wouldn't either.
Resident Evil Revelations, that's not happening. Siberia 2, I don't even know what that is, so no. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is just not happening.
No?
No. Could not care about Dead Rising. Could not care about Hello Neighbor or Loco Roco or Okami. So, no.
Man, Chris is hating on everybody.
That's fine.
Chris,
what about next year?
What about Yakuza Kiwami 2?
That looks like it's for Japan only. So,
well, for now.
Well, when it comes out next year, I'll reconsider it.
Well, Chris, what about Little Witch Academia Chamber of Time?
No. Okay. I don't know what that is.
Well, I know you're going to have to get the Inpatient for Callie.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's the game by the makers of Until Dawn and Hidden Agenda.
I think I will wait on that one to see what.
I'm going to tell her about it, and she'll pressure you.
Okay, well, she's got other stuff to do.
Well, anyway, Chris, the last question I have for you is: it technically came out this week.
Yeah.
But are you planning on returning to the world of Horizon Zero Dawn now that the first expansion, the first and only expansion, has been released, the Frozen Wilds?
No, I don't. I'm not planning to.
Really? You're never going to play the DLC?
I have no desire to. So, maybe if it drops, we'll see. But
that makes me sad.
No, it'll be okay.
Chris, you're breaking my heart.
You'll be all right.
My achy, breaky heart.
Stop.
Don't break my heart, Chris. My achy, breaky heart.
Stop.
Anyway, I mean, I don't really have much else to bring up topic-wise, unless anyone in chat does. It wasn't a very big...
You can really talk about the live stream.
Okay. 1 second. Huh?
Bartender from Paradise.
Oh. I don't know who Sarah is, though.
Modern Family daughter.
Oh. Well, then. Saki just told me some juicy celebrity gossip.
What about whom?
Chris, unless you really want to go into a deep dive of the Bachelor universe, I don't think you care.
No one could possibly care.
Well, Chris, I'm glad you asked.
Saki does!
Where's Saki? Get Saki. Tired of your shenanigans. You're letting me down, Saki. Anyway, what were we talking about, Chris?
You were talking about The Bachelor.
No, before that.
You were talking about what else to bring up. I just want
the
to point out.
stream. Yeah, so we raised over $1,100 all said and done. We had
We sure did.
we had several last minute like post stream donations. $115 after the fact. We thought we ended at a cool 1,000, which we were happy for. Like, who can be upset that they raised $1,000 for Children's Hospital? But we had some people come in the twilight hours and give us an extra 115, and for that we thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah, we have to really thank our support team. You know, we have Inflicted Studios giving us their space.
We had In-Depth Media providing all of the internet and hookups and everything. You had the NOLAnerds providing the gamers and the games.
Well, who took over while we left? I didn't catch their names.
Friends of In-Depth Media. I don't recall. We briefly had to leave the stream for a friend's wedding, but we were there through the twilight hours. We played a variety of games. Started with the Jackbox Party Box 3 with Murder Trivia. Did you like Murder Trivia or Quiplash better, Chris?
I think I preferred Quiplash, but it's not by like a ton.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the games and our reaction, because some of these we played for the first time.
Wait, what?
So let's talk about the games and like our reactions to them, because I think this is the first time we played any of these.
Yeah. So yeah, almost all these games were first timers. So Jackbox, 2 out of the 5 games were great.
Yeah, Quiplash and Murder Party, I think were really, really fun.
I really think the third one, Faking It, probably would have been great, but you can't play that with people on the internet.
No.
You all have to be in the same room, and we did not have that. So I will say this, that Guespionage was the worst game by far.
I think we didn't finish a round. I think it was really bad.
No, we finished the round and then never went back. We did not.
I was very confused by TKO.
TKO, yeah. I think if I played again, I would be better suited for it, but not. And it took too long for a fast-paced like stream thing. I think the first 2 games were perfectly suited. They allowed all of the people from the chat to join in. It was great.
Yeah, I agree.
After that, we played Use Your Words.
Best game ever!
Which has long been a fan favorite of the NOLAnerds.
And
I think it's my favorite game we played. I think we played so much it started looping back on itself.
It did. But see, the thing that doesn't bother me about that is because we kept playing with so many different people, it's not like the answers recirculated. It's like Cards Against Humanity. You're going to get the same cards, but it's how you play them and in what order and with what people that change the game.
It just needs an update.
It does. I would not turn down a DLC update with new like stuff.
New videos, please.
Yeah. So after lengthy versions of Jackbox and Use Your Words, we branched out. It got darker. It got later. So we switched over to more. What's the word I'm looking for? Traditional games, I think, would be a good word for it. We switched over to Cuphead.
Now I fell asleep because it's my nature to do this at these kind of events. So how far did you get in Cuphead? You started from the beginning.
We started from the beginning, and we got all the way through World 1, and we got to the final boss of Island 2. But
that's a goodly chunk.
We could not beat that stupid roller coaster boss with his stupid balloon dogs. We got so close so many times. But also, by that point, it was like 2 a.m. And we were really starting to feel the fatigue. And Cuphead is not a game where you want your motor skills to be reducing. So I'm proud of how far we got. I really am. I really am sad, though, because all that save data is on someone else's Xbox. So I would have to start fresh. But, you know, oh well.
Yeah.
The feeling of beating them is just so damn good.
Talk about the detective one.
And then after that, we played a couple more co-op games. We played that Overcooked game.
That one was very divisive.
It was. I think Kevin was the only one that didn't really dig it.
He was starting to get a little punchy at that point.
Yeah.
Kevin,
But
punchy.
I liked it because it was a co-op game that demanded communication. You could not get through it just everyone doing whatever they wanted. Everyone has to have a role. Everyone has to know what the game plan is. And they constantly have to be adapting. And I really thought like it was a lot of fun. But it wasn't as fun. We kept coming back to the party games because those were the games that people in the chat could join in on. And I found that had the best engagement, and it brought people in because people were involved. They weren't just passively watching, they were participating. So I'd say over 60% of all of our time at that charity was with Jackbox and User Words.
I agree.
Now, the big one we played, besides Nidhogg, which delighted several people that had never played it before.
Yes.
The big one we played, and the one Chris remembers the least about because it was in the twilight hours. And I think we probably should have played it when we had more of an audience, because I think it would have been really fascinating for people to see all of our arguments and debating. Was a Hidden Agenda by the makers of Until Dawn. It's one of the new PlayLink games, so it uses your phone instead of a controller, and you can have up to 6 players, and you follow the story of a detective hunting down a serial killer. And we were surprised by we played it the first time completely blind going in, and we got a very different path than the second time when we thought we knew what we were doing and we were making better decisions. And one failed QTE brought us all crashing down to Failuresville.
Yeah, I thought there's a lot that I liked about it. I liked the story. I liked their motion cap and the actors they chose for everything. But I'm not happy with how quickly we failed, especially the second time. It seemed like and Until Dawn, if you failed, that was okay because you had other people to pick up the slack. But in this one, when you failed, you're dead.
Well, Chris, funny you should say that.
It had the Until Dawn thing of being worse to play through because you can't skip anything.
I will say, funny you should say that because I looked it up. Remember how the second time we did not let the bad guy have his day out and then he escapes?
Yes.
If we had, the game would have continued and we would have had a chance to beat it all.
Oh, my God.
So, womp womp. Anyway, those were the games we played, and as a whole, it was just a very great experience. We had a lot of good support. We raised a lot of money for the kids, and for essentially being such a small podcast in the grand scheme of things, like Kind of Funny Games and these huge companies did it and raised millions of dollars. Of course they did, because they have millions of followers. But the fact that we were able to raise $1,000 by playing stupid games on the internet, that just makes me feel better. That just makes me feel good about it. Like anyone can do it if they try.
Yeah, when you put it like that, we're really small. And when like Greg was throwing out like, oh, we're like in the 98th percentile of podcasts doing this.
Yeah, like that's what blew our mind. We were in the top 1,000 of teams doing Extra Life out of, what was it, 41,000?
Yeah, something like that.
We raised top 1,000 amount. That's insane to me.
Yeah, it's very humbling.
It really is. So go us.
I mean, who knows what happens if we get like a real setup?
Right, a real setup and a real network to help share it. Because that's the thing, is that these big ones have all these other YouTubers host their stream, not YouTubers, but Twitchers. They host the stream, so it just keeps gaining more people exponentially. We don't have that. We literally just had ourselves, and then that was it.
Yeah.
You know what I think would be cool to do is if we continue to do party games like that, we could have the it could be like a donate and get the game the room code to play the next round with us type of thing.
That could work. That could be pretty cool.
I don't know. Something like that would be fun.
Yeah, we got a whole year to kick the can around.
Exactly. But I mean, for this podcast for tonight, I think that's pretty much all we got. Not much going on this week.
Can I tell you that I'm looking at the 2018 game list, and Digimon Cyber Sleuth and Ni no Kuni 2 are on the same day?
Yup.
Well, sorry, Digimon.
I don't think that's gonna stick. But you know what makes it worse?
What?
Is what else comes out that same time. Like, no. Oh, yeah, it's Dragon Ball FighterZ comes out a week after Ni no Kuni and Digimon.
Oh, man. That
Like,
sucks.
Bandai is releasing 3 games in 2 weeks. And they did that last year when they released the Tails game. No, they did. It was this year. They released Tails, they released Naruto, they released Digimon, and they released a 4th game, and all in the same month. And I'm like, bro, pump the brakes, slow your roll. All right,
like I would get both of these, but Ni no Kuni's winning this battle.
Oh yeah.
Until so Digimon's gonna have to just wait.
If it wasn't for the fact that I was getting Ni no Kuni and Dragon Ball for free, I would choose Ni no Kuni.
All day.
Loved the first one. Just absolutely adored it. But
as goodwill that I have to do it.
Exactly. Chris.
Yeah.
Let me guess what your most anticipated game of 2018 is.
Yeah, what is it?
I'm looking at the list. I would say Spider-Man.
No, it's Far Cry 5.
Oh, nice. I'm glad to see you didn't let Primal sour you.
No. I think as long as there's guns, I'm gonna be okay.
That's fair.
We didn't talk about the thing about Blizzard at BlizzCon.
Which thing?
The return of legacy servers to.
Yeah, the legacy. I'm more interested in Moira, the new character in Overwatch, where everything she does and has is an homage to a different anime.
I mean, yeah, that's neat. And
her super is a Kamehameha. She does the Naruto run.
Mm-hmm.
She has the Yu Yu Hakusho spirit gun thing. She sits there like Shinji's dad in Evangelion.
Yeah. Let it never be said that Blizzard doesn't know their audience.
Yeah, seriously. No, definitely do. But no, the legacy servers are big because, and it explains kind of like how when Nintendo finally announced that they were remaking Metroid 2 and that's why they killed the fan project.
Yeah.
It makes sense why Blizzard went so aggressively after fan-run legacy servers.
I think I like that concept a lot. Like I don't think there's any way I could get back into playing World of Warcraft. But if I did, I'd want to play the one that I like the best, which is the vanilla version.
I think for me, the pinnacle was Frozen Throne. Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah.
Frozen Throne was the name of the actual expansion of Warcraft 3. But anyway, I'm rambling. Oh, yeah. Dan wants to talk about the botched loot crate thing at BlizzCon. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, where they were going to have the
panel was what's in the loot box, and they had just a panel of streamers discuss what was in this giant life-size loot box. But wait, the loot box never arrived because it got stuck at customs. So the panel instead spends an hour talking about what was in the hypothetical loot box that didn't exist anymore, and it was awful. And then at the end, a 4th streamer popped up. I was like, "Hey guys, it was gonna be me. I was gonna be in a costume, but it didn't work out, so I didn't. But yeah, it was gonna be really funny." And these people chose to go to this panel over something else that was supposed to be like really big. Oh, some huge soccer game. And people were furious. It was such a shit show, and it's not something you expect from Activision and Blizzard to put out. Like, it was amateur hour.
Yeah, but it's really funny. So.
Oh yeah, it makes a great story. It's like the video game equivalent of a Fire Festival.
Oh, I heard it was the video game equivalent of DashCon.
Oh yeah, also that. But either way, it's both it's terrible for everyone involved. And by that I mean,
well, not for me. I'm having a great time.
Nice. But yeah, that about wraps up for me. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. So
Yeah, not a huge newsworthy day. Just if you buy an Xbox One, I hope you enjoy it. It's a great system by all accounts. So
I will say, watching all the unboxing videos has got me kind of like, I really wish I had that.
unboxing videos do nothing for me.
No, I kind of love them.
I loved watching you do random mystery box openings.
Don't
but
worry, it's gonna be happening.
The actual acts of like loot box openings do nothing for me.
I like it.
Anyway, I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
And we're the NOLAnerds, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.